The Miami Heat just finished their preseason with a record of 4-1, and on Wednesday, October 23rd, they're gonna start their regular season against the Orlando Magic. And let's get right into it. In this video, I will be telling you the schedule for the 2024-2025 NBA season for the Miami Heat. So, like I said, on October 23rd, they're going to start off against the Orlando Magic. On the 26th, they're going to go up against the Charlotte Hornets. 28th, they're going to go up against the Detroit Pistons. Now, the 30th, they're going to go up against New York, the New York Knicks. On the month of November, they're going to start off going up against Washington on the 2nd, Sacramento Kings on the 4th, the Phoenix Suns on the 6th, the Denver Nuggets on the 8th, Minnesota on the 10th, Detroit Pistons on the 12th, Indiana Pacers on the 15th, and they're also playing the Indiana Pacers back-to-back games on the 17th. So the 15th and 17th against Indiana, Philadelphia Sixers on the 18th. They're facing up against Dallas on the 24th. The 26th, they're going up against Milwaukee Bucks. 27th, they're facing up against the Charlotte Hornets. 29th, they're going up against Toronto. And they're starting on December 1st against Toronto. December 2nd, they're going up against the Boston Celtics. The December 4th, they're facing up against the LA Lakers. The 7th, they're facing up against the Phoenix Suns. The 8th, they're facing up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, on December 10th, 11th, 14th, and 17th, it's going to be the Intermediate NBA Cup.
6 different groups, 3 from the East, 3 from the West. Each group has 5 teams in it. Teams with the best record after those 4 games will advance out of their group. Wildcard teams that advance to the next stage. 1 from the East and 1 from the West, making it a total of 8 teams that move on to the next round. If you win, you move on. You lose, you're knocked out. The Emirates NBA Cup is up for grabs, but who's going to take it?
On the 20th, they're facing up against Oklahoma City Thunders. On the 21st, they're facing up against Orlando. The 23rd, they're facing up against the Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets, my bad. The 26th, they're facing up against the Orlando Magic again. The 28th, they're facing up against Atlanta. The 29th, they're facing up against the Houston Rockets. Now, on the month of January, they're facing up against the New Orleans Pelicans on the 1st, the Indiana Pacers on the 2nd, Utah Jazz on the 4th, Sacramento
points in that 4th quarter or 2 days ago,
and the Golden State Warriors on the 7th. They're going up against the Utah Jazz on the 9th, the Portland Trailblazers on the 11th, the LA Clippers on the 13th, the LA Lakers on the 15th, Denver Nuggets on the 17th, San Antonio Spurs on the 19th, the Portland Trailblazers on the 21st, Milwaukee Bucks on the 23rd, Brooklyn Nets on the 25th, Orlando Magic on the 27th, and Cleveland Cavaliers on the 29th. For the month of February, they're going to start off facing the San Antonio Spurs on the 2nd. On the 1st, my bad. They're going to face up against the Chicago Bulls on the 4th. Let me flip this paper around. Now, on the 5th, they're facing up against the Philadelphia 76ers. On the 7th, they're facing up against the Brooklyn Nets. The 10th, they're facing up against Boston. 12th, they're facing up against the OKC Thunder. The 13th, they're facing up against Dallas. The 21st, they're facing up against Toronto. The 23rd, they're facing against the Milwaukee Bucks. The 24th, they're facing up against Atlanta. And they're going up against Atlanta on the 26th also. Now, the month of March, my bad. They're starting off playing against the the last game for February will be against Indiana on the 28th. And the month of April, they're starting off playing the New York Knicks, my bad, on the 2nd. The Washington Wizards on the 3rd. Cleveland Cavaliers on the 5th. Minnesota on the 7th. Chicago Bulls on the 8th. And then the Charlotte Hornets on the 10th. The LA Clippers on the 12th. Boston Celtics on the 14th. The Memphis Grizzlies on the 15th. New York Knicks on the 17th. Detroit Pistons on the 19th. Houston Rockets on the 21st. The 23rd, they're facing up against Charlotte. 25th, they're going up against Golden State. 27th, up against Atlanta. Against Philadelphia Sixers. The 29th. 31st, they're going up against Washington. Now for April, they're facing up against Boston Celtics on the 2nd. The Memphis Grizzlies on the 3rd. Milwaukee Bucks on the 5th. Philadelphia Sixers on the 7th, Chicago Bulls on the 9th, New Orleans Pelicans on the 11th, and the last game, 82, they're facing up against the Washington Wizards on the 13th.
You're going to give everything you have to get on that floor.
Here's Adebayo. Caruso comes sprinting down, but
James catches, puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound Bosh. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Tie game with 5 seconds remaining.
here's Bam in traffic. Gets to the goal. Missed the shot. Tip won't go either. Adebayo there again. Goes back up and scores.
And there you go. That's the Miami Heat season for the 2024-2025 season. Peace.